My name is Hurst, and welcome to my internship. I've been working with Ralph L Wadsworth Construction, a civil contracting firm based in Utah. They do work in surrounding states as well, but they have had me on the new Salt Lake City Airport Terminal project, which is scheduled to be completed in 2020. So we're just barely getting started with this. We've had crews out here since early this year. But when I got to the site, it looked a little something like this. And you can see out here, we've got piles being driven, we've got a few holes dug, not a lot going on, some activity. There's a little bit going on. But today, the most recent picture that we have looks like this. If you can look out here into that same area, there's a lot more holes dug. Most, if not all, of these holes have piles driven in them, and a lot of concrete. These out here are rebar cages. And so they're going up with the structure. It's a 5-story parking structure. So my office has the earth contract for the parking garage out here, and for this little building, it's a central utility building for the whole airport terminal. Ralph L Wadsworth also has concrete out here in the concourse and the pile contract for the whole project. But again, my office is primarily concerned with the earthwork that's going on out here on this side of the site. You can also tell the structure's been going up. A lot more people have been on site, and a lot more has been going on. A lot has happened since I've been here over the past 3 months. We also have crews over here on the east side of the project. We've been building this. This is a retaining wall right here, and it is a bridge approach. So there's going to be a bridge that goes and turns, and it comes up that, turns, and goes all the way across the project. And we'll have to build another one of these walls for the landing for the bridge on the other side. So lots going on. But just to review a couple of the primary functions that I've had here, I've put together this spreadsheet. It's always a work in progress, but I'm down. I put about 1,000. We're coming up on 1,000 line items on this. So for every truck, we've got a lot of material leaving and coming to the site. Most of the soil out here is garbage, and we can't build on it. And so everything that we dig up, most everything that we dig up, has to be stockpiled and then hauled out. And it's about a 2-hour round trip for the trucks that we're hauling. So it takes some work to get it done. Anyway, so all the semis and that are hauling dirt for us, they give us a ticket, a truck ticket every day, and if they're hauling in good material, they'll have scale tickets to accompany. And so for every truck, so this guy at the end here, for example, so our job number, the company job number, the date, the company name, the name of the driver, the number of the truck, if there's a ticket number on their truck ticket, what they're hauling, how much, how many loads, and so we keep track of those somewhat separately because of our material agreement with our supplier. Some of it's tracked by the load, and some of it's tracked by the ton. And so for those that have scale tickets and that come by the ton, we have an entry for that, where it's coming from and where it's going to, what's hauling it, and then for certain tickets we put in the time, how long they were hauling. And so with 1,000 line items, there's a lot going on here. But we still need totals, so we can filter it out. So every heading here, I can filter it down. So I can filter it down to where I can only have our Hadco trucks showing. And it makes it nice to be able to sort through and see what's going on. Also, down here at the bottom, so something that I was shown that I use that is amazing for this is the subtotal function in Excel. So rather than having a total and having to change those cell references every single time, now the subtotal function works even when you filter it out. So you reference from line 1 to line, we're at 962, it references all of those. And then when you filter it out, it only takes what's showing. And so the subtotal function is great for that compared to the straight sum function. So a little, just a little something I've learned, but has been great to work with as far as this goes. Again, tracking, so totals of quantities, so tonnage and cubic yards, and so up through this spreadsheet, there's a lot that is shown by the ton. Some, like this entry right here, that's shown by the cubic yard. So we try to keep track of all of that. So that's been a good chunk of time. I've sorted through, I've got half of my file drawer down here on my desk that's full of tickets and scale tickets that I've entered into here, and there's a lot more to come before we're done with this job. So real quick, in Bluebeam, I've spent a lot of time marking up maps. This site is pretty confusing, and so I've marked up this map to show people how to get into the site. So I've taken an image from Google, drawn lines, and shown these clouds, so step-by-step directions of where to turn and how to get into our site that starts over here. And I've made a new line type, something that I figured out. So when you have the line selected, you can come into your properties on the line, choose a style, and then down at the bottom of this style, you can add more line styles, come in, add a line type. Let's see. The line style that I made isn't in here, but if you go in there, you can actually make your own line type. So I made a vector to show the directional arrow that carries through the whole line, which I think helps visually with that. So I've also had some stewardship with our equipment, and so we have a lot of rental equipment that, well, we have some company owned, and we've got those listed here, but more rental equipment. Our company has been working on buying more, but in order to do our jobs here, we've had a lot more rental equipment, and so keep track. So we assigned it a number, and so that the people in the shop, when something goes down, we can give them an equipment number, and so they can reference this spreadsheet. So we send this updated every so often when things change. So they have the VIN number and the model and everything that they need, information they need to gather for parts or whatever we may need when something breaks down or something goes wrong or whatever it may be. So again, a quick overview. This time's burned up a lot quicker than I was anticipating, but it's been a great experience for me. I've been very appreciative, and I can't wait to see what happens over the next couple of weeks as we finish up the internship, and possibly look forward to further employment with Ralph L Wadsworth. So with that, I'm going to sign off.